So if you're ready to begin with me, wherever you're sitting down, just bring your hands against your heart in prayer. And as you close your eyes, bow your head for a moment. And I'd like everybody to start to focus on their breath. Taking deep breaths in and out through your nose. See if you can feel the breath as it comes in through the nose. And let your belly fill on that inhale. And as you exhale, feel the breath leaving your nose and pull your belly in. So each inhale, the belly fills and the breath comes in. And that deep exhale, the breath goes out and the belly squeezes back. This is a time to try to quiet that restless mind and focus inward. Get all of your intention and your focus into being in this moment. Sometimes I tell people they can say a prayer here. So if you do prayers, you could take a moment to do that. What I like to do is always set an intention for the practice. And since we are all continuing to focus on love and healing, we'll allow that to be our intention for the practice today. May the energy that we gain in our practice fill us with healing energy, and may we be able to share that healing in a very loving way with others. So when we get strong and vibrant, that energy can be felt by all other people and animals. Everyone gets strong and healthy. So sometimes in the yoga practice, we do singing, chanting. We haven't really done that with this group before, but I am going to chant the mantra Om 3 times. And this mantra is very sacred, and it is basically the sound vibration that connects all life on the planet. So see if you can feel that in your body. And if you're familiar with the mantra Om, you're welcome to chant with me. Otherwise, see if you can feel the vibration of the chant in your body. And then take your hands down nice and slow and stretch out your legs. Maybe pointing and flexing your toes a few times. Or circle your ankles. And release any of that tension in your legs. We're going to come into our Cobbler Pose next. The feet touch. We're going to sit tall through the spine and butterfly the knees up and down very slowly, just to loosen up those hips. If you want, you can go up and down a little bit faster, loosening up your hips and hip creases and joints. And take a nice deep breath with me. Lift your spine. And let's go into a nice deep forward bend. Hinge from your hips. And take your head all the way down. It doesn't have to touch your toes. Doesn't have to get close to the feet at all. But just let your head drop so your chin's down and your eyes are closed. We're focusing on the breath. And breathing through your nose deeply and fully. And lifting up with a nice deep breath. And we're going to take our left leg up in our arms, rock it from side to side a few times. We call this rocking the baby. And it opens up that hip joint. Very nice. Go ahead and take your leg and swing it around so that the foot's behind you and your right foot's against your thigh. And then place your hands on either side of your right knee and lift up, looking up. And then start walking out for animal stretch, bringing your forehead to the floor. And if again it doesn't touch, that's okay. You can drop your head and close your eyes. And just continue to breathe deeply through your nose. Feel that breath. I always remind everybody that your inhale, you can expand your belly. And your exhale, you can contract your belly. Another 2 deep breaths here. In and out through your nose. And then we're going to lift our body up a little bit. And I want you to walk around to the right. Walk behind yourself a little bit. So you're twisting and looking over your shoulder. You're looking back behind you. And so giving a little bit of a twist to your belly. Take a couple more deep breaths looking back. Nice twist. And then good, turn and walk forward. And let's bring that left foot back in to that Cobbler Pose for a moment. Make sure you're sitting evenly, and then you're gonna pick up that right leg and gently rock that hip from side to side. Little rock the baby. And when you're ready, taking your leg and bringing it around behind you and placing your left foot against your thigh. All right, so hands are going to come around to the left. Lift up, take a deep breath, and then walk out slowly, coming down towards the floor and bringing your head all the way down. Letting it hang, deep breathing through your nose. Each inhale, let your belly expand. And contract the belly with the exhale. Find that breath. One more deep breath in and out. When you're ready, lift your body up, and we're going to twist. So walk around to the left side, turning your body, looking over your shoulder. So you feel this big twist in your belly. Take some deep breaths in and out through your nose. And release in front again. So we're going to bring the legs back around in front of us. Stretch them out. Shake them out again. We're gonna do some forward bending. Wake up our legs a little more. So let's start by bringing your left foot to your inner thigh. And make sure that you feel your sitting bones. I like to rock a little bit side to side. I'm gonna flex my right foot so the toes point up. Inhale, reaching my arms all the way up towards the sky. And then hinge forward at my hips, reaching over my leg. You can hold your ankle, you can hold your shin bone or your foot. And then drop your head down and close your eyes. Breathe deeply through your nose here. Just close those eyes and breathe. Feel a nice big stretch in your leg. And those of you that practiced yoga a lot with me, maybe you can see how your body is doing. If you haven't been doing a lot of yoga lately or a lot of activity, maybe your body feels tight or tighter than it used to feel. So just notice that. Let's come up with a big deep breath. Reach to the sky and bring the arms down slowly. Switch your legs. Now the right foot's in. I'm going to still rock a little bit. Make sure I can feel my sitting bones. And then flex your left foot. Inhale your arms all the way up towards the sky. And exhale, reaching over your leg. And then close your eyes and drop your head down. Focus on your breathing here. What do you feel in your body? Nice deep breaths. One more breath in and out. Inhale, come all the way up. And release your hands down on the exhale. Switch the legs now. Are both legs out? Both legs stretched in front, both feet flexed. Sitting nice and tall. Inhale your arms up above the head, reaching high through your spine. Then crease over your legs on the exhale. You might only get to your ankles this morning. Guess it's the afternoon now. Time seems to be irrelevant anymore. Just keep breathing. Feel that stretch in your back and your legs. Beautiful. Take another breath in and out through your nose. And when you're ready, inhale all the way up, reaching. And sending those arms down slowly. Let's come into table pose. Swing our legs around. I have a dog on my mat, so I have to move a dog. Lay down here. Lay down here. Come on, okay. She's always where I am. All right, spread your fingers, guys. Make sure your fingers look like starfish. And then press into the floor, nice strong pose. On the next breath, I want you to take your head and tailbone to the sky, arching your back. And then exhale and drop your head and tuck your tailbone, rounding your back again. Look up with an inhale, take your head and tailbone to the sky. And exhale, tuck it under, nice and slow. And continuing to do that, inhale, lift your head and tailbone up. and under. Exhale. Now look forward for a moment and walk both of your hands and only your hands to the right. Make sure that your hands are under your shoulders and spread those fingers like starfish. And then again, look up on the inhale, arching your back. Tuck under with an exhale. Inhale, look up, arch your back. Exhale, tuck under slowly. And then come back to neutral. Walk to the other side now, all the way to the left with your hands, lining them up under your shoulders. Spread your fingers out. Inhaling up, arching our back. And exhale, tucking under. Inhaling up. Tuck under with your exhale. Another round or two, deep breathing, up and down. All right, walk to center now. And let's come into child's pose where the knees go wide, touching your toes together, and sit all the way back and bring your head down to the floor. And it's okay if the head doesn't touch the floor. Do your best, drop your head down. You can even be on the arms if you want, and put your head down. And take a few deep breaths in child's pose. Relax and feel that beautiful stretch in your back. Sometimes it's nice to just, if you're sitting around a lot, get on the floor and stretch into some of these poses. You could just get down on the floor if you're watching TV and do child's pose. Stretch your back a little bit. We're gonna come all the way up to a seated pose, or table pose again. And we're gonna take the right leg and stretch the right leg over to the right side. Can you bring it out? And look at the arch of the foot and try to line it up with your left knee. And then I want everybody to walk up today. Lift our body and come all the way up. Can you do that? Make sure that your left leg is straight and your right foot's on the mat. If you feel comfortable, then take a big breath and reach up. And then I want you to bend to the right towards your leg and slowly bring your right hand to your leg and reach over. If this feels too hard, you can stay on the floor on your hands. And maybe we'll take the left arm around in a big circle a little bit. And move that arm and open that shoulder. Good. And let's take both arms up with a big inhale. Reach. Very good. Now, let's take the left hand to the floor and bring it right beside your knee with your right arm all the way up, lifting your body. So if this is hard for you, you can sit down, but you can try to stay up on your knee too. This is new. We haven't done this before. Or maybe we did it once. So if those of you that want to get a little more activity in can raise the other leg if you want to try that. Sometimes that's a lot harder than it looks. But it's something you can try if you want to work a little harder. Some of you, I think, are used to doing a little bit more in your sports, maybe than what you've been able to do, so we can try to work a little harder. All right, bring your leg and your arm down And you're gonna walk back to your mat and do child's pose. Bring your leg back in. Open your knees and sit back. And bring your forehead down. And I want you to just take a couple deep breaths because you know we have to do that on the other side next. So breathe and relax your body. Stretch your back. And when you're ready, you can join me on your hands again in table pose. And we're going to take the left leg over to the side again. Line up the arch of the foot with your right knee. Now slowly walk back and lift your body, coming all the way up. Make sure this feels comfortable. And let's reach our arms up over the head, lifting our arms. See if you can bend to the left side. Bring the arm down to your leg, just so it supports you. And maybe circling this upper arm around so the shoulder's getting open. Looks good, everybody. And one more time. And then we can take both arms up, inhaling. And you have that option of coming over and bringing your right arm to the floor. And your left arm up and reaching to the sky. And if you'd like, you can try that balance where you raise your left leg. And if that feels too hard for today, bring it back down. Give yourself the option of working harder or not. Sometimes I like to just keep the foot down and get the stretch in. Go ahead and bring your leg down and then the arm down, nice and slow. We're gonna walk back onto the mat. Bring your leg all the way in. And I think we might be ready for a downward dog. So spread out your fingers like starfish again. Tuck your toes under. And when you're ready, lift up your hips nice and high and drop your head down and look at your feet. And after your next breath, come on down again carefully to the floor. We're going to do another downward dog today. So take a minute. If you need to stretch your wrists out, you can stretch your wrists out for a minute, one at a time. You can circle them. Sometimes the wrists take on a lot, right? And then if you want to do that downward dog again, make sure you have your starfish hands. Toes are tucked under, and then we're going to push those hips all the way up and back. Drop your head and look at your toes. And good job, everybody. Come back down, nice and slow. And as we do this, let's come down onto the forearms and stretch our legs back behind us so we come all the way to the floor, down to the stomach. We're going to do crocodile first. So move your legs side to side and then bring your arms across the mat and bring your head down. So this will feel like you're just resting on your belly. And so what I want you to focus on is your breathing here. Take deep breaths through your nose. Breathe in and breathe out. And if anybody wants to stay here longer, you can do that. You can just rest. Or you can lift your head and take your hands under your shoulders with me. So they're, again, right under the shoulders. And we're gonna try to lift our back, not using our hands, use your muscles, lifting your back. See if you can keep your legs on the mat. This is kind of hard. But what I wanna do is, if anybody wants to now push up and come into Cobra Pose where you're lifting your chest, you can do that. And then look up and open your chest and heart. If this feels too hard, come back down and do it on the belly with me. Listen to your body. Good job, everybody. Come on down. And let's take the arms out in front of us. And this next pose is going to be like a half locust where we lift one arm and leg. So think about what side you want to do. I'm going to raise my right leg and my left arm off the floor. So it's opposite arm and leg lifting up. And you want to lift the whole leg, not just the foot, but the knee. Get the whole leg off the floor. And just try to hold that for a couple of deep breaths. Then bring it back down and do the other side. So you switch and bring the opposite arm and leg off the floor. Try to focus on deep breathing. I know it's hard to breathe in this pose. I have a hard time, but you can do it. Good job. Come back down. Come into that crocodile for a minute and shake out your hips. Shake out your legs. You can even bend your knees and shake the legs from side to side. All right, coming back. We're gonna raise both arms and legs. This is the hard pose. So stretch out your arms and get ready. When you are, you're gonna take that deep breath and lift off the mat, arms and legs up, off the mat, and take some deep breaths. You can bring your arms to the sides. It'll be a little bit easier. I like to practice it that way sometimes. That hurts the pubic bone, and you can bring it over. So you can lift a little higher and then come all the way down. And place your hands under your shoulders because we're going to come up into child's pose. Open your knees. Sit back and stretch your back. Bring your forehead down. Alrighty, so we're going to come to seated. And some of you will be able to sit back on your heels like I am. This is hero pose. And some of you aren't going to like this at all. And you're going to swing your legs in front of you and crisscross them again. Right, so whatever you can do. Let's roll our shoulders a little bit, back and down, back and down. Loosening up our shoulders. And drop the shoulders down. Let's roll them the other way a few times. Good. And drop them down. Now lift the arms to the sides and feel that big opening across your chest. Take your thumbs and point them down. And see if you can reach around and clasp your hands behind your back. And if you can't do that, you can hold your back. I'm going to try to pull the chest up and look towards the ceiling. And really squeeze your shoulders into your back, opening your chest and your throat. Take those deep breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. So important. Open up the chest. Get deep breaths into the lungs. All right, now release that pose. And we're going to bring our arms up and around, and you're going to tuck your right arm under your left and give yourself a hug. And as you pull your shoulders forward, drop your chin to your chest. And we're just going to stay here today and take a couple breaths into the back of your shoulders. And feel that nice stretch. Now go ahead and release your arms again. And open big and wide. Drop your thumbs and take your hands around your back again. Clasp them one more time. Shoulders pulling into the back as you look up and open your chest. And breathe. Now, if you want to, you can try to pull the muscles of your lip, your bottom lip forward and over your top lip. See if you can do that. Pull your bottom lip over your top lip. We'll work some of those muscles in your mouth. Okay, let that go. And open your arms again, nice and wide. Take your left arm forward, under your right arm. Give yourself a hug. Again, pull those shoulders forward and drop your chin. Taking some deep breaths into your back and the back of the shoulders. And just feel that stretch. All right, go ahead and release your arms, everybody. Swing your legs in front of you and stretch them out. Especially if you were sitting with me in Hero, maybe that feels like, woo, maybe your legs were falling asleep a little bit. So we're going to go into a straddle pose next. Move the sides out and then stretch the legs out. And as you open your legs, point the toes up and lift your chest. Sometimes this is a big enough stretch. You might be feeling that. Or you can reach for your legs. And if you keep your back nice and straight, some of you are going to be able to fold forward from your hips and reach down either towards your ankles or the floor. Drop your head. And just continue to take some deep breaths in this straddle. It doesn't matter to me if you're sitting up or folding forward. You want to do whatever is best for you. And so close your eyes, focus on your breath. Let me just do a little time check, see where we are in the class. It goes so fast. Time goes fast when you're having fun and doing something you love. All right, come on up nice and slow, everybody. And we're gonna bring our legs forward and do a spinal twist. So I want you to start by bringing your right knee in. And for some of you, you can keep your foot on the floor here and just lift your chest and kind of squeeze into your knee. Maybe some of you want to cross your foot to the other side. Either way is fine. Just try to keep both of your sitting bones on the floor. And then we're going to wrap the left arm around and pull the knee in. And bring your right hand behind you and look over that shoulder. So this is a big twist. I want you to breathe into your belly here. Squeezing the belly on the exhale. Opening and filling the belly on the inhale. See if you can do that belly breathing here. Pumping your belly, really important for the digestive system. You're doing great. You can just twist. Even the twisting motion's good for the digestive system. And go ahead and release the pose. Take a little twist to the other side, looking over the left shoulder. And release and stretch that right leg out in front. All right, we'll do the other side. If you want to bring your left leg in and maybe just keep it here on this side of the leg and squeeze it to your belly. Or again, some of you crossing it over. And sitting up nice and tall. Make sure you feel both of your sitting bones on the floor. All right, right arm. Let's reach around and hug the knee. Left arm behind the back. Give yourself a little twist. Look over your left shoulder. And breathe into your belly again. Remember to inhale, inflate the belly. And exhale, squeeze the belly in. And doing those deep breaths in and out through your nose. Such a good thing for your body. Keep it going. All right, let's twist to the right. Go to the other side. Look over that shoulder. A couple deep breaths. And release. Stretch out both legs. So we're going to make our way onto our back for a couple of little things. So go ahead and come down. I'm just going to turn so I can see you all. But you're going to come down onto your back on your mat. And then when you get there, pick up your knees and bring them into your chest. And rock your knees and your hips from side to side. So you're rocking gently on your back. All right, can you keep your right knee in and take your left leg to the floor? So you're going to hold the right knee, bring it in, and the left leg can either be the foot on the floor or the leg straight. And then keep pulling that right knee in. Take deep breaths through your nose. Now, if anybody wants to twist again, you can do another twist. And take your knee to the left, open your right arm, and twist your body. And you can turn your head to the right if you want. I'm just going to take a couple of deep breaths in the twist, but if you didn't twist, stay on your back and breathe. And then let's release that pose and hug both knees back into the chest, rocking side to side, nice and slow. And then we're going to bring the left knee in. You can take your right foot to the floor or stretch your right leg out in front and hug the left knee in. Take a few deep breaths in and out of your nose, breathing into your belly. This is a really nice pose. You could just stay here if you wanted to. Twisting is totally optional. If you want to take that twist, you're going to open your left arm and take your knee to the right and twist. And your head could turn in the opposite direction if you wanted to. And again, we'll stay there for just a couple deep breaths. And everybody come back, and we're going to take a full body stretch where you reach through your arms and legs really long. Really big, full stretch. And placing our hands next to our body, palms facing up. Relax our whole body. Take a deep breath. And what I want you to do is actually tense your whole body. Make two fists, squeeze your arms, squeeze your legs, squeeze your belly, squeeze your back, lift your arms and legs off the floor, breathe, squeeze your face, and let everything fall into the floor. Let everything relax. Lay down. Final relaxation, everybody. Lay down. I'm going to guide you through a little relaxation. And I want you to stay where you are. Comfortable seated pose. All right? You lie on your back. I'm doing that seated pose. You lie down. Sorry if I confused you. So you're going to lie on your back and relax all the muscles in your feet. Relax all the muscles in your legs. Relax all the muscles in your back. Relax all the muscles in your belly. Relax the muscles in your chest. Relax all the muscles in your hands. Relax the muscles in your arms. Relax the muscles in your neck and your throat. Relax the muscles in your head. Relax your mouth and jaw. Relax your tongue. Relax your eyes. Your forehead relax. All the muscles in the back of the head relax. Your whole body relaxing, lying on the floor, relaxing. So begin to deepen the breath. And maybe start to wiggle your fingers and toes or turn your head from side to side. Still lying down, take a full body stretch again, reaching out through your body. And when you're ready, bring your knees to your chest, roll to the right on your right side for Sleeping Child's Pose. And coming up to a comfortable seated pose when you're ready, pressing up with your left arm. As you find your seat, place your hands at your heart in prayer. Close your eyes, bowing your head. And just take a few moments, think about the intentions we set at the beginning of our practice for sending out love and healing into the world. And we'll do that together now. So I want you to take a deep breath and raise your arms up, thinking about sending love and healing out to the world. As you exhale, visualize it going out all the way into the world, wherever it needs to go. Hands back into the heart as we think of love and healing. Inhale it up. Send it out on your exhale, reaching your arms. And hands come back into your heart. Think of love and healing. Inhale it up. And send it out, exhale. And now take a moment, bring your hands into your heart. As you thank yourself for taking time to practice yoga today, knowing that this is a very healing and loving practice for you, we're going to allow ourselves to receive that energy as well. So we're going to stretch the arms out, inhale them all the way up, and then visualize bringing love and healing into you, all the way down. Stretch out again and inhale all the way up. And love and healing coming to you, bring it down. One more time, everybody. Inhale, stretch those arms up. Reach and receive that love and healing. Bring it down and lodge it into your heart as we pause here to end our practice today. I'm going to chant that mantra once if you want to do it with me, or feel the vibration as I chant. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Shanti means peace. So I wish you peace, peace, and peace. The light in me honors and bows to the light in you. Namaste.